Hello guys, another week ended and let's do a quick recap of what happened last week. Uh, Most of the prediction was correct, but the percentage of the succeed was a little bit low than my average. On the spies and Qs and the big stock, the prediction was right. You predicted we're gonna see a move to the upside, moving down, and then a break. This is what happened. You know what? Let's make it bigger. What we saw here last week, a move to the upside, immediately falling, bringing the buyers, resting on it, try to capture short sellers, and then a big move to the upside. We could see that the stochastic where it was here was above, so we knew there's gonna be a move, and I wanted to see the coming back, bring the bars, and then moving to the upside. So this movement, most of the stocks, was correct. So what's gonna be next week? So first, let's go for the monthly. On the monthly, we see the same pattern. We started this month in a green mode, which is good. Remember, we are still in a bearish trend, even though we are above the 200 on the monthly, which is good, and we cross the this trend line and break above it. We knew that we're gonna face about 1.5 2 months of sideways move, and this is what we got. This was January, this is February, which ended in red, and I don't like this let's say pin a little bit to the downside and then moving up, because it could mean that we're gonna see a move to the downside to test those zone, which will goes perfectly with my prediction of a sideways move. But this could be also a 3 candle pattern, even though I don't like this weak green, red resting, and a breakthrough, which could be good. So now we are asking, do we have the power to move to the upside? We already saw the divergence there, which is, you can see it here. This is on the monthly. So this is moved to the upside, and now we're moving to the upside slowly. Let's move to the weekly and see how it looks there. You can see how it's resting and taking from the trend. It's not accurate so much, but it broke it downside and then immediately push up, and you can see the volume, which is a nice volume, much bigger than the week before. But what I don't like is move. So it could mean that we're gonna probably see another move to the downside on a much bigger time frame. This is the weekly, but so far so good. And you know what? People like the Wyckoff system, so you can see it and be very careful from this move. Let's continue to the daily and see how it looks. So on the daily, this is a positive move because it could mean that we broke here the downtrend, and you can see this is making higher lows than before, which is good. So does it mean a new trend is forming up? In the short term, yes. In the long term, not yet. If we check it out here, so sorry, move it 678. This is 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So no, still no divergence, big divergence. So we are still in the trend position. And people ask me about this volume colors, what does it mean? It is a unique algorithm I wrote inside on the volume. So just looking at it, I'm looking the gold one, yellow gold, depends how you could see it. Let's say I'm seeing this gold. I will wait to see what happened next day. If the next day it will pop up, even if it's red, above it, enter long. You could see it here. Above it, enter long. This is for the short term. You could see it here. Below it, taking short. This is it. Below it, taking short. It just gives me indication what's gonna happen and to put the spot on the specific candle and what the buyers and sellers are doing. Sometimes you could see it here, taking short. This is only for the short term because I'm mostly a day trader. So I'm going to the daily. If I see it here, this candle, open above it, taking long. I don't care, inside the day. You can see this is 2 candle. So you can see it here, going short, and then you can see it here, no valid. Nothing happened next day. Inside candle, this is no valid. So this is it. If you like it and you want it, give me a shout. So let's check the 4-hour chart, how it goes. With the 4-hour charts, you can see the spikes, they're moving to the upside, rejected here, moving to the downside. Still the bars are coming, and there is no unique volume there, which is sideways move. The momentum is positive. This is a big move, and this is a break. It didn't reject it, which is weird. Usually, I like to see when it coming to a key, it's getting rejected. So this is like a short squeeze. Put a lot of effort, and what it did here, you could see it there. This is 86 and probably above. This is a divergence forming up. So when we see this position, let's take it from there. You can see it resting on the 50. So this is what kind of how you can read the graphs and the numbers very easily. You're looking for some sort of divergence, you're looking some point of this is the Fibonacci level of the 50. Even though it closed above the after hours, it could mean we're gonna see rejecting again. So could be very interesting, and this is started to face up, so could we see a nice momentum changing? Usually when there is momentum, in order to take the train with them moving to the one direction and turn it around, it's going to take some time to slow it. So this is the first brakes, releasing the brakes, and then coming upper. This is one scenario. So now let's look. And the potential is it already, let's say, broke almost the 404. So next target is 407. You can see this is the 405.6, next target 407. So there is a lot of resistance above. So in order to break it, and this is a change of trend and immediately change it back to green one, going to be very tough to do so. So we have to wait. I think what happened that if we saw a continuation to the downside, it could create divergence, a big divergence to the upside. So the seller stops to sell and just give the buyer the opportunity to re-enter. And there is a lot of put option in the market for the 3rd week of March. So probably we're gonna see it ending at the 400, 398. So in order to rest in here, it needs to come up, moving down, and resting it at the end of the month. So at the moment, I could see the potential of next week moving to the upside, getting rejected, and then moving to the downside, resting. There is the divergence, and we know now there is buyer probably try to accumulate in this zone, which is good. Let's check the 60 minutes. See what happened. This is a squeeze, guys. See, every coming back immediately bought. Having pushed to the downside immediately bought. Having pushing to the downside immediately bought, which is good. This is the downtrend. This is a break of the downtrend. But in the bigger picture, we are still in a downtrend. So this could mean just reversal. All right, guys. Draw the extension like this. You can see it resting here. False break. You can see it coming back, and now it's coming up. So again, if you like to trade the Wyckoff system, this is the first. This is the break, and this is the climax. So very careful from the coming back again to retest. So a lot of people will wait for the retest and see how it's listening. So again, 407, 408. Also, there is a gap to close there, and there is a gap here. I don't think it has the power to reach there. Just a move, a power move to the upside. And this is too straight. See what happened? Boom, failing. Boom, failing. Boom, failing. This is two power move to the upside. So get ready for the reversal. Something else. Oh, this is it. Let's go for the Qs. See how it looks there. Gonna be much quicker, probably very easy. Make it smaller. So this is the Fibonacci level I draw much earlier. You can see how it listened to the levels of the Fibonacci. It touched it. It ignored the 200. It rested on it first, but it wanted to come to the Fibonacci level because it knew it had a lot of supplies there to take some off and then move to the upside. So good, probably coming to the 304, 305. Let's check some. Yes, could reach to the 304 and then rejected. Could even try to reach to the 306. So spike maybe a little bit upside. So there is a lot of resistance, even though it seems that we are in an uptrend. This is the first reversal of the uptrend. Let's check it here. This is 97. This is 98. There is a divergence. So in order to break the divergence, it needs to jump above the 310. Gonna be difficult for it. This is the daily. Let's look it on the hourly chart, see how it looks. Basically the same. See the big volume at the end of the session. People start to sell and the buyers are holding. Wanna see some accumulation and then break to the downside, which is good because we see a break of the trend. And usually when there is a break, lots of people are waiting for the retest. So the market probably gonna give it to them. It's gonna give them the retest and then come in the move to the upside. Let's move to Tesla and see how it looks, if it's any difference. Look it on the daily. Tesla sideways move. This is the distribution phase. You can see this is the fake break. We wanted to touch the blue. When it touch, you can just go and re-enter and see what happened. This is 187. This is this is $10. So this is a 5% move to the upside in 1 day and maybe 2 days. And you can see what it does. It broke to the 50. So momentum started to be negative here. So very careful with it. Tesla, it's too extended. There is a big gaps to the upside. Will it now? You can see the big volume accumulating there. So they need to take a lot of profit. So why not just to reach the 173 and then move to the upside and then break again, close the gap at 147, even 130 area, and then move to the upside. There is some sort of break of trend. So why not to give all the buyers the opportunity? You can see how it's resting here. Perfect entry here. Rejected there. You can see how it listened to it. momentum is negative there, so very careful with it. So this is Tesla. Let's see something what it want to do. Yeah, it probably want to reach to the 202 again. It's negative. Next target should be the 173 below. Does it have the power to do so? Yes, it could reach to the 202 and then some distribution and then coming to the downside. Let's move to Apple. Again, same move, up, down, boom, and big move, but no unique volume, no divergence, just moving. So with a bull flag, bear flag, I don't know. This is the daily, this is how it looks. We saw the break to the 143, and then moving to the upside. I didn't see that this break, this squeeze to the upside. But again, you could see it here. This is 89. There is no divergence there. This is 97. So it's need to move a little bit and then break. So it could potentially push the market a little bit to the upside. But this is a change of trend, which I don't like. Let's check it where we could see it. I want to see a pattern which I could show you. Or this is not that like it. See, it's moving and then coming up, all right, and then resuming the trend. So it seems that where it is, no, there, something like this. This is a break of the trend, moving to the ups, rejected from this red and resuming the original trend. This is what can happen. Oh, and see what it does. It broke. Moving to the ups, I hope it will touch it and then I see how it will react. If we're going to see a nice volume rejecting volume, could mean potential to resuming the downtrend. Momentum is positive, so why not? And we are still in a downtrend. I know this is confusing to a lot of people because you can see the 200 EMA started to be positive, and then this is the start of sideways move. And this is the daily. This is uptrend, first break, bounce of it, and then this is the break. So this is now a big sideways move. This is the reason why I thought and I think it could take some 1.5 2 months. This is an inside candle, no go. This is also took it to the downside. Very careful with it. This is moving to the downside. Remember the color. This is no go. This is moving to the downside. Should go. It doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, listen to it. There is also a strategic on the red and on the orange, on the green, and what to do. But this is for later, guys. So Apple, it's on a resistance, could spike up with a gap up and then immediately flash. This is what I will look for. If it will break it, no go for either way. Let's move to NVDA. See how it goes. NVDA, I thought it will come. This is where I got a little bit wrong. It's move down and then move higher, but I thought it would and should move down, close the gap, which is weird. This is tell me that the stock want to move lower eventually, but when, I still don't see the opportunity. This is still what happened. It broke and stopped. Why you couldn't do the break much sooner and move to the upside, and why the break is very with a low volume. So not a lot of people interested in this break. You can see it here. No valid sideways move. Not a lot of yellow there. If we go here, you can see it. This is moving to the downside, so be prepared. It could move up and then moving down to retest. And this is too extended to the upside. This is a big gap which need to be closed. And if you draw a trend from here, There you go. If it break it and probably push a little bit higher and then break, you have the go for maybe the short side. So just maybe be careful and examine the graphs. This is NVDA. Let's move to MRNA. MRNA didn't do much. I don't know, it's grinding. See it here what it did. Moving to the upside, now moving to the downside. If we take the, sorry, this Fibonacci level there, you can see how it reached to the 70. This is not that good. It means that we are, even if it move up, we are entering a bearish mode for mRNA. So it could do the reversal. This is a nice candle it did, but again, you can see no volume. See what happened? It break down, go just to the downside. So could rejected there, could rejected here. Momentum is negative. There is no divergence. It's a little bit power to push to the upside, but this is just a profit taking. This is how the daily looks. So why not just close the gap, reach here, and then continue trend. Even though on the daily mRNA, I think it's at position of good bargain. You can just re-enter here on the longer term. You have your stop loss here, and there is a potential to coming to the 180 again on the longer term, guys. So this is mRNA. Let's go for Meta. Meta, again, grinding, didn't like it. I didn't like this break. Even though there is some nice power there, but you can see small continuation. It needs to rest. Lots of buyers coming. You can see there is no interest here. You can see this is the interest, moving break to the upside, but too many gaps, guys. And I don't like the follow-up. I would love to see the coming back and closing the gap, even close a little bit to the 200, even the 155. Then decided to move to the upside. Something is missing here. All right, so this is it, guys. Even though you can see there is a divergence to the upside, this is just a move. Here, a lot of people re-enter there, so let's say if they enter 170, let's take it around 178. Stop loss 167. This is 67, 77. Let's say 10 bucks. They want 10, $20, 197. 197 is reaching to the high again. So distribution phase, very nice. This is Meta. BA, right? BA. I think I failed with this one. I thought it would. The failure was I thought it would reach and close this gap below, even touching here. What it did. The same with the market, but squeeze to the upside. There is no divergence. You can see how it's resting here. So probably try to reach and then down. There is a lot of divergence with BA because this is the power move. So any move to the downside immediately get bought. So it could bought here, could bought in this phase. Could be very interesting to see if you take this level, see how it react to it. This is live. I just put it and see if it touched. Yes, it did. So why not to do a reversal to this area? So probably could move here, and this will be the beginning of a downtrend. So if we see something like this going and breaking this low, this is the beginning of a downtrend. In a downtrend for the reversal, this is a beginning of uptrend. So it could mean that it could reach to the 170 again, and then started to do a phase, second phase to the upside. Would be very interesting for BA. Gold. Same goes. It's a little bit weird. Gold moves high, stock market move high. Usually this is a defending stock. I think even the interest rate of the high yields even go higher. So who know what's right? Usually the bond market is much accurate. So if it moves, the interest rate moving higher, the market need to move lower. So could it catch us unprepared and splash to the downside? I don't know. At the moment, gold reaching, probably reverse there. Small reversal, you can see it. This is probably some sort of divergence. Any move to the upside will meet the sellers again. And Oxy, let's see how it goes. Nothing much. Move to the upside again, rejected from here. So we have divergence, some sort of divergence. Momentum start to be positive. So I think it should probably try to push a little bit and then move to the downside. This is accumulation phase. Very careful with it. So let's finish up, guys. Let's move to the S&P. Prediction for next week. I didn't want it to cross above, but it did. So even though it's resting on the 50 Fibonacci, it could do, and there is maybe some sort of momentum. It could try to push to the 405, 407, and I will wait. I will not enter long. I will wait for the reversal. This is the break, so lots of stop losses. So why not coming back, retest, and if it want to move higher, and then re-enter. Close it here. So it could mean just another phase of distribution and then moving to the downside again. I'm still bearish the longer term, but I think it will maybe spike up and then move down, and even if it will open with a little bit gap down, let's look it up from there. Even if it open here, it could mean the start of the reversal, which is good. So either way, it's gonna be a week. I'm looking for the short side, just looking for the good entry and the good spot to it. So good luck, guys, and have a great weekend and profit week. Bye bye.